Hi all, this is Venkat Krishna from Chris Software Solutions. In this video we are going to see how to prepare the automation plan for any project and how to do the estimates for test cases for any project. Okay, so that is the agenda for this video, and before going to that, let me explain you what will happen in the beginning of the automation project. So might be some of the real-time people, they may know the process, but this I am explaining for the people who are not worked on the automation side. So in the beginning of the automation project, we need to get the manual test cases from the manual team and understand those all test cases. We need to go through the each and every test case. We need to execute them. So while you are executing, we can call it as a dry run, but at that phase only you need to identify what are all the common functionalities you required for test suite, what are all the reusable functionalities you required. You need to reuse those functionalities in different places in the entire test suite. What is the test data you need, what is the environment data you need. All these things you need to identify in the phase of dry run. That will happen in the beginning of the automation project. Once we get the manual test cases from the manual team, we need to execute all those test cases after KT from the manual team. See, in the beginning, manual team also will give KT to us, knowledge transfer. So based on that, we need to execute all our test cases and we need to identify all these things before we are going to start with the estimates for each and every test case. So in the dry run, you need to identify the how many test cases are there, how many we can able to automate, how many we cannot able to automate. If we are able to automate, what functionality is included in the test case and what is the complexity of the test case. So these all we need to identify while we are performing the dry run. Well, so once dry run is completed, next we are entering into the preparing the automation plan. I will show you practically, but let me explain you the phases in the automation plan. First phase is the designing phase. You need to design the automation framework. So in the automation framework, you need to design about what is your folder structure and all. What are all the various functionalities you required or you can reuse. What is the configuration files you are having. What is the data drivers you are going to maintain. What listeners you need to use. What is your reporting format. And how you are going to maintain your pages, either in page object model or page factory. So all these things combines the automation framework. First you need to design the automation framework. Next is a development phase. You are going to develop the common functionalities, reusable functionalities, and maintain your configuration files, maintain your drivers, or configure your reporting formats, or any API related you are using, maintain your JSON files, JSON libraries, maintaining your pom.xml, what are all the dependencies you required. All these you need to maintain. So that is in the coming to the development phase, including development of the test cases. So you need to perform the development of the test cases. That is the development phase. The last one is the deployment phase. In the deployment phase, you are going to deploy the entire test suite to the client location, and the client will go through it. Client will have any issues on this or any doubts on this, he will come back to us. And from our company side, we need to prepare the maintenance document and we need to share the document to the client for his reference. So these are all the phases we are having in the automation plan. Let me show you one of the project plan which I have prepared. So first we need to list down all the test cases of entire test suite. You need to list down all your test cases sprint wise, sprint 1, sprint 2, sprint 3, sprint wise. You need to list down all your test cases. Each sprint, how many test cases are there. As I told you, in the process of dry run, you are going to execute all these test cases and you are going to identify the complexity of the test case. How we will identify the complexity is our lead and manager also involved into our discussion based on the functionalities, based on the number of steps involved in the test case, based on the complexity involved in test case. We all are going to define some number to the complexity, each complexity. Let me assume complex test case will take 10 hours, medium test case will take 8 hours, low test case will take 6 hours. So based on that, while you are performing the dry run, you need to update complexity for each and every test case. You need to update complexity for each and every test case. So that you need to do at the time of dry run of the test cases. While you are performing the dry run, along with common functionalities, along with reusable functionalities, along with test data identification, you also need to identify complexity for each and every test case. How many hours it is going to take? You need to update each and every test case the complexity. Okay. So next, you need to calculate the duration, how much time it is required for each sprint. So coming to this table, you can see here test case type, number of test cases, estimation, days. So this is a complex test case. It is going to we are having 3 test cases. As I told you, complex test case, it is taking 10 hours. So 3 into 10, 30 hours it is going to take. Medium, 31 test cases are there. Multiplied with 8, you are going to get 248. Low, 8 test cases are there. Low test case will take 6 hours. So 8 into 6, 48. So total hours, we are getting 326 hours. And see, one more thing, in an agile model, we are spending productive hours are only 6 hours, remaining 2 hours for meetings. So only 6 hours we need to consider every day for the productive hours. So in that 326 by 6 divided by 6, we are going to get 54 days. Similarly for sprint 2, 85 days. Similarly for sprint 3, 78 days. Like this, how we need to calculate how many number of days it is required. How many number of days it is required for each and every sprint. Fine. The last one is a schedule. We need to calculate the schedule for each and every project. In the schedule, these are all the different columns will be there. Task ID, task name, test case count, duration. So first phase is a designing phase. As I told you, in the designing phase, we are going to design the automation framework end to end. If framework is not available according to the client requirement, we need to prepare the new framework based on his requirement. We need to update the drivers, we need to update the reusable components, common functionalities, and also coming to the Selenium side, listeners, reports, and if at all any API will be there, then API related libraries. If at all database related will be there, database related libraries, and maintaining all the dependencies into if at all it is a Maven project, maintaining all the dependencies. So all these things we need to do in the part of the designing phase. So that will coming under designing automation framework. 3 days is not sufficient. If you don't have the framework, then accordingly you need to update here. Okay. Next one is development phase. First one is we are going to develop the common functionalities and reusable functionalities. Common functionalities coming under what are all the common functionalities usually will be there. Reading the Excel data, writing into the Excel, reading the notepad data, taking the screenshots, connecting to the databases. Okay. So irrespective of the application side, what all other functionalities you need, those all are coming under common functionalities. Application related common functionalities, we can call it as the reusable functionalities. Okay. Next, once these two are done, next we are starting with the sprint 1 test cases, and we will automate the sprint 1 related test cases, and we can deliver it to the client. Sprint 2 related test cases we can automate and we can deliver it to the client. Sprint 3. Okay. So, and one more thing you need to observe here, these all hours or days are I have given for one resource. If client want to reduce the total time of the automation, then he can keep multiple people in the automation. Let me assume it is taking, say how many days it is taking totally. It is taking 240 days it is taking for one resource. Okay, almost 240 hours, 240 days means almost 1 year. So if client want to reduce the time, if he will maintain 2 resources, it will come to 6 months. If he will maintain 3 resources, the project will complete in 4 months. If you maintain 4 resources, the project will complete in 3 months. If you will maintain 6 resources, 2 months it will complete it. So that depends on the client, how many resources we are having in our project. That accordingly the estimation will change. But while we are giving estimation to the client, always we need to give for one resource itself only. Always it should be for one resource, and if based on how many resources he is keeping in our project, based on that so the total duration will be coming down. Like this, how we need to prepare the automation plan. Before closing the video, let me recap all these things. So in the beginning of the project, we need to get all the manual test cases, and we need to perform the dry run and identify the common functionalities, reusable functionalities, test data for this, and also along with this we need to update the complexity for each and every test case. And once we updated the complexity for each and every test case, we need to calculate the hours for each and every sprint wise, or if a client asks us module wise, then also we need to prepare the estimation on module wise. That depends on the client requirement. You want module by module automation, then we need to prepare this plan module wise. Or he is okay with sprint wise, then we can prepare sprint wise. So we need to have how many test cases, and these are all the complexities we defined, and accordingly we are going to calculate the hours or days, how many we required. Based on this, we are going to update the schedule. In the schedule, we are going to have how many days it is required to complete the designing phase, to complete the development phase, and then we are going to start with the automating the reusable components, common functionalities, and sprint 1 related test cases, how many days it is required, sprint 2 how many days, sprint 3 how many days. At the end, we are going to give the entire test suite to the client for his maintenance. We are preparing the maintenance document with all the clear details will be there, how we are maintaining the framework, where we are maintaining which component and all, everything with screenshots. We are going to give this document to the client, and client will start executing all those test cases with the help of his own team. If at all he is having any issues, he will come back to us. Like this way, we need to prepare the automation plan for any project. Okay, I hope this video helps to you. If you like this video, please like us and subscribe us, encourage us. Thank you.